In one word, how would you describe the spirit of ASM?
I don't know what exactly you're looking for.
Oh, that's a good one.
Lawyers don't like one-word answers.
Collaboration.
Collaborative.
Fairness. Fairness.
Selfless.
Passionate.
Determined?
Robust. Committed.
We just want a level playing field.
ASM was started in 1950. It didn't take too long for Joe and Sally Corwin to get started and have some really strong impacts on construction law.
Joe and Sally started ASM with some original members who had problems. They decided they needed an organization that could have some clout.
The amount of companies that are generational just kind of tells the story of America in some ways. Not only are the companies themselves multi-generational, but many of our board members are second or third generation.
We are a 95-year young company. It was started by my grandmother and grandfather in 1929. There's always going to be that next generation coming up that the mother or the father says, you have to learn. And this is truly one of the best places to learn.
Sometimes when you're a small subcontractor in a family business, you don't really have a peer group.
Having those relationships that were made and built through ASM that we feel comfortable picking up the phone and calling someone has been instrumental.
It really is one of, if not the most important partner that we have to making sure that we're heading in the direction that we seek to head for the next 100 years.
Being a former legislator myself, and when I look at the accomplishments that ASM has had, it's truly remarkable.
The legislative and the advocacy components had a pretty big impact on me professionally and my organization.
Laws of the land are constantly being rewritten and changing. ASM's founding principle have always been to establish a fair and level playing field.
Mostly through the 50s, 60s, and 70s, the focus was probably more on public work. After, say, the mid-'80s, there was a lot more focus on private work just because there was so much of it.
I remember working with Monica Lawton when I first came, and I really enjoyed the fact that we were always looking to be wearing kind of the white hat, that we were working for something that was fair.
The first years I was here, we were doing nothing but playing defense up on Beacon Hill all the time. Right at that same time, the Division of Capital Asset Management came to us to ask if we would negotiate with them on trying to develop a new form of construction that could be used on their biggest projects. And that was a tremendous success, the Construction Reform Law of 2004.
I suppose the next really major thing was the Prompt Pay Act, which was a huge ask. We're talking about regulating payment in private industry.
As we got together with our legislative committee, we saw an opportunity for us to write our own legislation.
There was a all hands on deck email. Here's how you find out who your people are. Email them and tell them you vote for this thing.
And then we did the retainage law.
Subcontractors were effectively financing all of these construction projects. To have all of that money being held for so long really makes it impossible for a company to stay in business.
The last night we went to the State House and they wanted us to go room by room and see our representative and see this in action. And then we sat in the chamber and we saw it pass.
It's crucial and imperative that we be represented, and ASM has for 75 years effectively provided that good representation up on Beacon Hill.
One thing that struck me immediately was the amount of women that were involved in the association, and it seems like it's happened rather organically at ASM.
If anybody was a model for women in construction, it would be Sally. Sally was going toe-to-toe with the biggest people in the construction industry from day one.
I came into an industry that's a male-dominated industry. I think I proved myself in that regard, so I never felt any kind of disrespect.
I am part of several industry boards, and I am routinely the first woman, the only woman, but not at ASM. And I'm the third woman president.
Before I was on the board, I sort of looked from afar and was inspired by women involved in the board. Now I've gotten to know them personally, and they're just as impressive as I imagined they would be.
We're going to continue to advocate and protect the rights of subcontractors.
So I've been very proud how I've grown up in the ASM and how I've been able to take and give.
It is doing that work that we can't do on our own, and it's doing it effectively.
There will be different problems we haven't even thought of. ASM is always there to respond to them.
I see us really starting to take some leadership around minority, women-owned, veteran-owned business. It's not a closed club, it's an open club.
One of the things that I'm excited about in the future is elevating and solidifying the trades as a viable and fantastic career.
I hope that we can pass more fair laws to hold people that are responsible for safety on sites appropriately accountable.
I would love to see ASM have another major legislative victory, because that's, I think, what reminds everyone that this organization has clout, it means something, and is important.